Hello everyone, this is me, Pragya, faculty at iExamB, and I welcome you all to the channel. So today we will going to talk about RBI Grade B DSIM 2027 exam, that how you can approach this exam, what strategy you could follow for crack this examination. So here, let's just begin this video. So at first, we all are aware about RBI. Okay, so RBI recruits for its Department of Statistics and Information Management every year. So we know that RBI is the central bank of the country, and it serves a purpose like challenges of an increasing complex economy, that how they can maintain price stability while keeping in mind the objective of growth. That is basically the monetary policy of RBI. So RBI actually it has various departments, and one of the prestigious department of it is the Department of Statistics and Information Management. So we will see that how you can appear in this examination and how you can crack this examination. So let us first see the trend that is seen in the previous years. So as you can see, this is the data of last 5 years. So it is recruiting the officers in the Department of Statistics and Information Management every year. As we can see from 2022 to 2026. Here is the vacancies that is partitioned in the basis of the categories like you are unreserved as general category, economic or weaker section, other backward caste, scheduled tribes, and these are the total vacancies. Okay, so we can see and we can expect that the 2027 notification will be released soon as per the past trends, and vacancy will be in a good amount. And we can see that it is in 10, 20. Like it is somehow increasing and somehow decreasing. That is a bill-shaped curve, I can say. So let us see in what will be happen in 2027. But what is in our hands is to prepare well for the examination, right? So at first, we will see the qualification, that minimum eligibility criteria, because when you apply for the examination, so first thing that you need to ensure is that whether you are eligible or not for that particular examination, because many aspirants are really confused about their qualification when they apply to a particular an exam. So in the detailed notification of RBI, you can go and check it out. I have here also mentioned these criteria that is written on the screen, so you can take a screenshot of it and you can see whether you are eligible or not. So simply is written here that anyone who is having a master's degree with the minimum 55% of marks as an aggregate by taking all semesters, or equivalently grade or CGPA in statistics, mathematics, mathematical statistics, applied stats, quantitative economics, econometrics, information, or any other relevant branch of these areas from a recognized Indian or foreign university, institute approved or recognized by government or UGC or AICTE can apply for this examination. Okay, other than that, there are also some criteria for those students who have their degree or diploma or equivalent grade in CGPA in data science, AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data analytics, or any other relevant branch of these areas can apply for these exams. Okay, and the 4-year bachelor's degree with a minimum of 60% marks. Okay, in a master's case, the marks aggregate marks are 55%, but in case of 4-year bachelor's degree, her minimum marks is 60% in all the semesters or years in equivalent grades or CGPA in stats, mathematical statistics, applied statistics, quantitative economy, econometrics, same similar thing here in machine learning, data analytics, or any other relevant branch. So these are the educational criteria. Other than that, you can also see the number of attempts and all that. But these are we all know. But this is something you should ensure first, that whether you are eligible or not for this examination. Okay, so all the persons who are having degree in mathematics, stats, econometrics, applied stats are eligible. Other than that, those who are having degrees in data science, AI, ML, that can also apply it, which is the recently involved change in the eligibility criteria. Okay, so first ensure your eligibility criteria before preparing for any of the examination. This is the basic. So now let us talk about the 2027 attempt. Okay, because the 2026, the first phase is already done. The second phase is going to be held on 26 July. So that we can expect that they will release the official notification for 2027 exam as well. It will be released when the result of 2026 is declared. Okay, but what you can do is that, as we can see, as we talk about the 2026 examination. Okay, so notification came on 28th April 2026. Okay, and the exam will going to held on 14th of June, your phase 1 examination, and 26 July the phase 2 examination will going to be held. So we can see that the time is quite limited. So if you are waiting for the notification to be released and then you start preparing for this examination, then you will not be able to cover the syllabus. Because April to in a 1 month, how much one person could prepare, right? If he is not good in the basics, so it will be very difficult for an aspirant to prepare for an exam in just a month. Okay, so what we can do for 2027 attempt is we will discuss it. So those students who are recently being eligible for this examination, like they have recently done their masters or they just recently received their bachelor's degree, okay, and they're just free from the examination and they are looking for more opportunities. So they are, those are eligible for this attempt and that will be their first attempt, so they can connect with us. And for those students who are qualifying for some previous years but they are not able to make their name in the final list, or they are not even able to crack the phase 1 examination itself, so they can connect with us for preparing in a more better way for 2027 examination. Okay, so this is for those students. So as let us talk about the, at first we talk about the eligibility criteria for this examination. In the second part we talk about that the thing is that ki, how the examination is going to be conducted. Okay, so what is the pattern of this examination? So I will let you know that this exam is going to held in three different phases, and you have to qualify each phase. Okay, they set some certain criteria like marks criteria, and you have to satisfy them. So phase 1 is the paper 1 in which you have right, in which you have to do the descriptive statistics. No descriptive, I mean to say objective statistics, in which that question paper will be displayed on the screen and you have to choose the right option. They are giving you four options like a simple MCQ paper. Okay, after qualifying for phase 1 examination, you are eligible for phase 2 examination, in which there are two papers. Both are descriptive in nature, descriptive statistics and descriptive English. Okay, so they are also having 100 marks. So total are having is 300 marks for phase 2, and phase 3 will be the interview which will contain 75 marks. And your cutoff will be decided by the total marks of 375 that will be decided by the RBI every year, and it varies. It is not fixed. Okay, it depends on the difficulty level of the question paper, vacancies, and other factors as well. So this is the exam pattern or scheme of selection through which RBI directly recruits for its Grade B Department of Statistics and Information Management. And now let's talk about the syllabus, because when you are eligible for an exam, you know about the exam pattern. But the next thing is that to go through the syllabus. Okay, so this is the syllabus for phase 1 and phase 2. So you are having the same syllabus for phase 1 and phase 2 as well. But for phase 1, you will prepare in an objective point of view. Okay, you just recall the results. And in the phase 2, you derive the results. So this is a complete structure in which your syllabus is designed. So let us talk about the syllabus. So what is the things or what are the terms that is mentioned here? So this is simple. It is probability, like classical axiomatic definition of probability based theorems, probability distributions in which you study about discrete distributions like Poisson, binomial, hypergeometric, geometric, and the continuous probability distributions in which you talk about normal, gamma, exponential, beta, Cauchy, and all that. Sampling theory, which contains many probability sampling techniques like simple random sampling, stratified cluster, varying probabilities, and multi-stage, two-stage ratio method, regression method of estimation. And for detailed syllabus, you can go through the official website or RBI, or I will attach a file here which you can directly download, in which some data will be provided to you, in which the last year cutoffs, syllabus, what RBI do, its functions will be contained. Second thing is linear model and economic statistics. These are just terms, and detailed syllabus will be mentioned in the your official notification of RBI. You can go through to that. Then third one is statistical inference, which contains theory of estimation. Okay, just like we read in property of an estimation, methods of an estimator, and testing of hypothesis, type 1, type 2 errors, label of significance, UMP test, MP test, Neyman Pearson lemma, likelihood ratio test, then non-parametric test. Okay, different non-parametric tests we study here, like sign test, Wilcoxon sign rank test, Man-Whitney U test, Kolmogorov Spearman test. Okay, next we talk about the stochastic process, in which Poisson process, Markov chains, standard Brownian motions are there, and questions are asked from that. The next is multivariate analysis and econometrics time series. And then we talk about optimization and statistical computing. And these are for data science background students, data science, AI, ML techniques, database and data warehouse management, their techniques, okay, their procedures. So this is the detailed syllabus. So as you can see, this is quite vast. Okay, these are the topics, and detailed syllabus will contain 2-3 pages. So in a 1 month, it is not enough to prepare. So for all those students who are really serious to crack this examination and want to prepare, want to have a strategy to crack this examination, can connect with us, in which we will discuss the details of the course that we are going to offer to you. That how you can prepare for this examination. So how you can decode that what is the pattern of RBI DSIM, what kind of questions asking to you, what is the expectations, what are the things that RBI is quietly changed. We will going to review some past year papers, and I will tell you that where we can start and where to study, what to study, and how we can summarize the topics, because syllabus is quite vast and we do not need to cover everything. We will only cover those things that are relevant to us. We will analyze the previous year question papers and make our own strategy to crack this examination. So if you are interested in this examination, to crack this examination, or want to prepare for RBI TSIM 2027, so this opportunity is for you. And we are taking a free workshop for which you can enroll via the provided link. You can register yourself and you can connect with us on July 12, 2026 at 7 p.m. And you can go through, you can also go through the official website of iExamB, where you can get the details of the courses that you can purchase. And if you want to just have some discussion, then you can join the live workshop, and in which if you have some doubts, you can ask me. I will try to address them. As we see the previous year results of RBI grade B, so there are 20 vacancies in last year, and 10 in selections in RBI grade B DSIM, and 6 selections in Department of Economic, DPR department basically. And this is it. So if you are serious and you want to prepare for RBI DSIM 2026, you can enroll yourself for this examination. You can enroll yourself in this course and free workshop, where we will address your doubts and discuss the needs for this examination. Also some eligibility criterias, at whether how you can prepare, and whether all other things that will be relevant to you, it will be delivered to you. So thank you everyone for listening to me. I hope it helped you to prepare well. Thank you so much.